Welcome to the Art of Hitting channel. Today we're going to talk to Brett Helmer, one of the top players of all times, actually rated number 15 of the 100 best players of all time, starting back in the day when softball was just a baby, about 1960-something. She wasn't alive.
Oh, that's hit hard, and that is gone.
Yeah, let's see what would, if you don't know Brett Helmer, let me introduce him by this video.
Time now where we meet a legend from the Stadium Power Tour. I'm talking about Brett the Hitman Helmer. What more can you say?
With a confident stride, one of the legends of the game heads to work. His name says it all, Brett the Hitman Helmer. Helmer is a one-man wrecking crew and a home run hitting machine. The perfect combination of power and technique, plus just the right amount of old school swagger.
I guess you can't hide it. You can't come out here and not be good at this, or unfortunately you'll be exposed, in front of everybody. And you just gotta have the right mindset to do it, being able to mentally come out, understand that you're hitting in front of sometimes 20 or 30,000 people, and just have fun with it, not letting that stuff bother you. So I think that's what really takes to be consistent on this tour.
Today, Helmer is an ambassador for the sport of softball, but he's also at the top of his game. Playing for more than pride, Helmer is a competitor, fighting for another championship, and the other teams know it.
He's an absolute legend in the game, and the guy has put in, he has every award, accolade.
He's been there, done that. He's been around for so many years, and nothing intimidates him. Absolutely kills it.
Strong
He's
only
the best in the game.
begins to describe some of Helmer's big hits last season. At Safeco Field, he started out 9 for 9.
Attaboy! Boy, Helmer! Attaboy, Helmer! That's it. Yeah, that's it. Good. God, he killed it.
While he played hard, he was able to mix in some family time with son Brett Jr. along for the ride. The constant play helped Easton win the top prize, the Manufacturer's Cup.
One thing I love
I think it's
about
about time
our
we listen to
more than
Brett
the other
himself.
companies,
Let
and
me
I've
go over
been
here to
everybody's
interview
bats,
Brett.
and I always will to try them out, is the feel of
Well,
our
here
bat.
I'm in Viera USSSA complex, the white quad. I think I'm in softball heaven, standing here next to Brett Helmer. Brett is on the list of the 100 best players in the country forever, and he's number 15. That's a pretty big accomplishment, buddy.
That's some nice company to be in. One of the things that always meant the most to me was I was always good at doing my history of the guys who came before me and kind of paved this deal for me too. So to be on any list with guys like Mike Masenko or Craig Elliott or Dirk Androff or Bruce, that's what's special to me. My own accomplishments don't mean that much to me, but to be in that kind of company and be associated with those kind of guys, that's what means a lot to me.
You're one of the best. Hey, Curtis Williams, you know Curtis Williams?
I know Curtis Williams well, yep. I got to play against all those guys. A lot of those guys were starting to cycle out a little bit when I was coming in the mid-90s. So lucky timing to be my age and getting what I did. I got to cross a few generations.
Well, you were actually on the Bombers with Wally, right? Bob Waldyke?
Yep, with Bob Waldyke, great guy, man. Love Bob.
Yeah, he's my buddy. We became really good friends the last
he's a good friend
3
to
or
have.
4 years. Nice guy.
Yep.
Did you know Jack Aronson, by the way?
I can't say as I do.
Jack is the Carlson Jack from up there. He wasn't a big-time softball player.
Michigan guy?
Michigan guy.
Okay.
Did the
Okay.
salsa.
Okay.
Yeah, he always had a collection of the great hitters around him. So, well, listen, Brett. We briefly went over about timing, technique, and technology. What do you think it takes to be a good hitter? I mean, what's Brett Helmer's top 4 rules for a good hitter?
Well, top 4 rules. I mean, to me, the number one thing, if you want to be good at this, you got to put time into this, right? You have to get out and put your work in. And if you grew up like where I grew up in upstate New York and still live up there, that meant going outside in the wintertime sometimes when the weather wasn't great. Jeff Wallace and I would go out and we'd still hit outdoors in a parking lot in the middle of the wintertime and get our swings in, and we'd drive south when we could and and play as much as we could. If you want to be good at this and take it to a high level at whatever it is, at any high level and do that, you have to put a ton of time into it. And I think beyond that, it's probably some gym work after that. You know, some of these guys, the game's changed a lot, but those things have never changed. The guys who were good in 1975 at this, the guys that are good in 2015 will be good in 2025. The thing they all have in common is they put a ton of time into being good. Nobody just picks a bat up and goes out there and has instant success. You have to put time.
Now you're what, 50?
I'll be 53 in March.
53 in March. So Dan, you're in the same. You're 54.
He's looking much better than I am. I'm irritated.
We'll let the audience decide on that.
Dude, you look pretty fucking good. I mean, you're a big old guy, but dude, man, you look good.
You know, I've got a little bit of weight off, which was good. It's not good to carry that. Although I've been so lucky. I always played big. I ran the outfield for tons of years at 275, 280, sometimes 300 pounds, and never got hurt. Man, I think a lot of it was a testament to the lifting and having really good flexibility. All those years stretching and running, and I could always run good for a bigger guy. So I think that was really part of it. It was just staying healthy and being at that size. And as I've gotten older, I've tried to trim some of that off. Done much better with it lately, and stepping in the right direction. Feel a lot better. Feel pretty good. Stay in the gym. I'll be in the gym till the day they put me in a bag somewhere.
So you're gonna play this game as long as I've been playing it?
I don't know how much I'll play it. I'll play a little bit. Finding time to play now. When I turned 40, I did the senior stuff. Obviously, I was still playing, traveling, doing conference stuff into my late 40s. But once I stopped doing that, I did play a bunch of senior ball. Had a great time with it, and then it's become a time thing. I've got a son in college, and I got a daughter in 10th grade.
He's a good ball player?
He's playing baseball at school. He's a solid ball player. My daughter does athletics and martial arts, so I don't want to miss any of that stuff for me time. I've had so much. You may never talk to anybody who's had a better time at a softball field than I got to have for 25 years playing at those top levels and just enjoying it. So if I never played another game, I'd be okay with it.
But you know what? We got to make sure we get him on the dugout one of these days.
I'd love to be in the dugout.
Yeah, buddy, man. Well, Brett, it's great meeting you in person. I haven't done that and seen you a lot on the videos, and you didn't disappoint, big guy.
I appreciate you coming over and talking to me. I really do. Thanks so much.
My pleasure, man. Well, I hope you enjoyed that from Mike Dill and his insights on how to approach getting in that batter box and get ready to hit. I'm going to approach the end of this in the context of, folks, we need your subscription. We're trying to get to 1,000. We're 85% there, so help us out now. Hit subscribe. Thanks.